How's it going, people? Late, late evening, next day, WWE Raw review. Um, Show went off at 11 last night, as we all know. Went to bed, got a clear opinion and thoughts on the show. Also watched it twice just to get a better understanding. So the show starts off with Cody. He comes out, talks about Brock Lesnar backdooring him, how he cost him, you know, injuries and everything like that. Out comes Finn Balor. Finn Balor says the reason you lost at Mania is because you didn't have anybody watching your back, and the reason you fell victim to Brock Lesnar, again, you don't have anybody watching your back. Pretty much, Finn Balor is making a case for him to join the Judgment Day. Cody turns him down. Finn Balor gets upset and says that, yeah, look, watch your back for the Judgment Day because we're going to slap the blonde out of your head. And Cody challenged him to a match, and that was the first segment. Pretty decent segment. Finn Balor is good on the mic. Cody is just, he's in his own world. Then moving on past that, the first match, it's the Bloodline versus the New World Order. This man tag was okay. Del Toro really got a lot of shine in this one, like that finish splash he hit, and it was some kind of like that spring. I forgot the springboard move, but the match ends with Del Toro trying to hit a coast to coast on, I think it was Jay, or I think it was on Jay. Jimmy comes from the back to distract the referee. Solo Sikoa comes in, hits the Samoan spike on Del Toro while he's in the air. Usos hit the one and done. That's all with. Latino World Order continuing to rack up L's ever since they got in with Rey Mysterio, which is kind of awkward. Anyway, Usos grab the mic. Jay, he gets on the mic and says, we were the longest reigning tag team champion. We had one bad night and lost the championships, and you think it's over with. Jimmy says that they're dedicating the win to the tribal chief. And the thing that you have to take away from this is the fact that, for one, Solo, he doesn't throw it the one with them. He's behind them just like, okay, I'm willing to strike at any moment. And then backstage, you have Sami Zayn walking up to Jay, talking about, "Hey man, it's still, you still can get out of this. Roman Reigns is gonna do this and do that." Jay, he just pretty much tells him, "Look, don't worry about me. Don't worry about the Bloodline. You made your choice. You're with Kevin Owens, and I'm with the Bloodline, and we're gonna take our championships back next week." Fast forward a little bit. Now it's Jimmy talking to Sami Zayn. Jimmy tells him, "Look, stop trying to play mind games with my brother. We're focused on getting these tag team championships back." And that's it. And then fast forward, I'm just going fast forward this whole storyline, little plot thing. Sami Zayn comes into the locker room where Riddle is talking to Kevin Owens and pretty much annoying the hell out of Kevin. Sammy says, "Look, I've been talking to the Usos," and Kevin's like, "Why are you talking to the Usos? They made their choice. They want to be Roman Reigns' lackeys. Let them. Why do you care so much? What? Like, I don't get it." He storms away, and then Riddle, he tells Sammy, "Look, I know what you're going through," and Sammy's just like, "How can you know what I'm going through?" He says, "Well, because I was in a tag team with Randy Orton, and Randy Orton, people were like, Randy's going to betray you. Randy's going to do this. Randy's going to do that. But we became a successful tag team even through all of that." So that was a nice way to weave it together. It is kind of sad that Riddle came back as the same complete idiot we know him as, with no edge. They just almost broke my neck, but I'm still the same Matt Riddle, which is just awkward to say the least. Moving on past that Latino World Order, you had oh man, the Street Profits beat Shelton Benjamin. This match was just like passed by through it. Yeah, whatever. Then you had Triple H coming out and talking about what I guess everybody talking about is probably the reason you clicked on the video because of the thumbnail. So he comes out and he says that Roman Reigns has done a sensational job as the undisputed heavyweight champion. Almost 1,000 days, unprecedented, beat a who's who of people. But with the way his contract's set up, he doesn't have to defend the title a lot. He's like, well, I would do that too if I was champion, but it doesn't help the fans. So they're making a new title, and they show it. It's in the thumbnail probably. Yeah. And it's the World Heavyweight Championship. Now, what Triple H said in here was very interesting. He said this is going to be a champion you can be proud of. It's going to be a title that's going to be defended any place, anytime, anywhere. Now, I like the idea in theory. I do. But is WWE really going to follow through with what he just said? Anytime, any place, anywhere. So, just me thinking that, is he going to show? Is the champion going to show up on AEW? Is he going to show up in New Japan, Impact, other indies like Evolve? I think of some great places in Stampede Wrestling, which is Bret Hart's new thing, or I think it's Dungeon Wrestling, not Stampede. Australia, like so many places. This title has potential, but is WWE really going to let somebody do that? Because this one could be just like great at like global expansion for the brand. You have this one champion who just defends it, and then you could put it on like Okada, but still have Okada in New Japan, and then he drops it to somebody else, and it could be a real world's title. Now, granted, I know the NWA does their thing with the world's champion, but they really don't travel outside. If they could do this, they could make this like the new NWA world title where the champion just goes all around the world, and they could build somebody else. But the question is, who would you want to send on this expedition if they were to do it? Granted, I'm not sold on them doing an expedition type title. I think they're probably going to have it just in their own thing or whatever. You might get a few outsiders, maybe. But who's to say? I hope they do have a traveling world champion, but that's neither here nor there. The belt design, look, these modern WWE belts are, they're going to have the big logo. They're going to have the big branding. It's not the best belt, but it's not the worst belt. It's a WWE modern belt. I mean, what more can you say about it? Then you had Damage Control versus Belair, Rodriguez, and Morgan. The team that's just thrown together at the last minute beat the team that's been tag teaming for like whatever, man. The match was okay. Belair hit the kiss of death on Bayley. Then you had Io Sky coming in, acting surprised and pissed off. The match between Belair and Io Sky, I think it's going to be a pretty good match. But this match, it was just a standard, in no disrespect, it was just a standard women's 6-way tag match. Nothing really to say here. Chad Gable backstage with the two music guys, Elias and the other guy, and Elias is telling the music guy about the draft, and then Chad Gable, he comes in and says that it's going to be, people splitting up and careers going up and down, but he's still going to have his number one guy. But then Maxine comes in and says that where Otis goes, she's going to go. I'm still like 85% interested in what they're going to do with the Otis, Chad, Maxine triangle. Then Ali comes in and says that, you got to think about this positive. I can't do it. That, hey, if they break up, you possibly could become the world heavyweight champion. Now, Chad Gable as the world traveling heavyweight champion, there's potential there to build him up as a top champion. Will they do it? I don't know. But this leads to a match between Gable and Ali. And Ali wins. Like, Gable was like, hitting this man with like mad suplexes. The counter from the roll in to the German suplex, that was I think it was a dragon suplex. Yeah, he hit him with a dragon suplex. But Chad tried to go for the Chaos Theory rolling German, and Ali countered that one into a roll up. And Ali gets a rare win in his hometown of all places, which is just whatever. Uh, Finn Balor versus Cody Rhodes match of the night. There was a spot where Cody tried to go for like a diving crossbody, but he just eats nothing but the steel cables. Balor starts working on his ribs and everything like that. But in the end, Cody ends up pulling it off. He hits a pedigree on Finn Balor and then hits the crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Like I said, best match of the night from two of the best people. Let me see right here. Rhodes. Oh yeah, that when Priest went for that coup de grace, man. I like how he sold it. Like he was actually trying to stump the hell out of Cody, and then like so much pressure, it just buckled his knees, and he couldn't continue. Then you get to the main event. Rey Mysterio defeated Damien Priest by disqualification. So match ends. Toward the end, Damien Priest, he goes outside to grab a steel chair. Go in the ring. Rey kicks it out of his hands. They have a staring contest to get to the chair. Rey grabs a chair. Priest grabs him by the throat, which Rey, he tries to chokeslam Rey. Rey counters that and puts him into the 619 position. Hits the 619, goes up for the splash. Priest throws a chair at Rey, and that's the end of the match. Disqualification. He starts trying to work over Mysterio, but Bad Bunny's music hits. Bad Bunny comes out with a kendo stick, starts working over Priest. They get to the announce table. Priest grabs him by the throat. Bad Bunny slips out, hits Priest in the leg with the kendo stick, and then tries to still work him over with the kendo stick. Priest runs away. Bad Bunny gets on the mic and says, "Look, I'm not hosting Backlash anymore, but I will be wrestling. I'm wrestling Damien Priest in a street fight. Swaggy? Bad Bunny versus Damien Priest in that street fight. This could steal the show. This could be a match. I don't know how I feel. He's like, words. This will be in modern times. And I don't want to compare the two. I really don't. But I kind of have to. This will be like Michael Jackson coming in and wrestling. I'm trying to think of a nice comparison in the day. This would be like Michael Jackson coming in and wrestling Rick Rude. Yeah, it would be like Michael Jackson coming in and wrestling Rick Rude or Diesel. I'm trying to think of, so I would guess Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff. Cause like I'm trying to think, cause Bad Bunny's like 29, Michael Jackson was like off the wall, or like bad. Well, you think about that when Michael Jackson was 29, who was in the top wrestling? That would be like that coming in and wrestling a match. This is big, and Bad Bunny is not a bad wrestler. So I really do think this match is going to steal the show. Anyway, that was the show. It wasn't bad. Flowed kind of smoothly. The announcement of the World Heavyweight Championship, it has potential, but with anything in WWE that has potential, you really, I skipped over the Bobby Lashley stuff. The Bobby Lashley, Austin Theory. Bobby Lashley came out after Austin Theory was talking, said that you're a coward and you don't want to fight opportunity, and it set up the three-way Austin Theory versus Bobby versus Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed beat up both of them, hit the splash on Austin Theory. That was what it was. But yeah, the two things, Damien Priest and Bad Bunny and a street fight, that's big news. And this World Heavyweight Championship, where is it going to go? Who's going to be the first champion? Which is also Seth Rollins. I skipped over to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins came out and he talked about the title, says that this title is, for people who want to fight, people that still want to prove something. Out comes Omos with MVP. MVP, he talks about how Seth is going to be have his hands full with the Nigerian giant. And then Seth says, "Look, almost you're a one in a lifetime talent because you were born that way. But I'm once in a lifetime because I made myself that way. I'm gonna bounce your big head on the canvas, and you're gonna get up." Look, they're giving almost the Great Khali champion treatment. You're a big guy. And you're getting beat by other guys. It's just like you're a trash because you're big, not because you're good, but because you're big. Um, the match between Almost and Seth is just completely out of nowhere. I don't think it's gonna lead to a feud. It's really gonna do nothing for both of them besides push Almost more down the card, like losing. No disrespect to Seth Rollins, but losing to a guy that's half your size, even though he's more talented. It like people just can't get behind a big guy who's a loser and just beats up Jobber. It's the Ryback effect. It's just like okay, bro, you beat up four guys at once. Okay, bro, we believe you're a champion. Yeah, get out of here. The main event is coming. John Cena's out coming on the ramp. Get out of here. Get out of the ring. Get out of here. Uh, so anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna catch you guys later. Tell me what you think about the title, Bad Bunny Wrestling, at Backlash in a street fight of all things in a street. But anyway, I'll catch you guys later, and peace out.